All right, we're going to be on steps for this one, guys, in the T-21. This is a Tier 6 American light tank, but it is a collector's vehicle now. So if you're looking to get this vehicle, you have to go into that collector's tab, um, and you will find this one in there. It's basically the T-37. It just has better concealment, better gun accuracy. It's like a little lower to the ground, man. And I think the mobility is slightly worse. But other than that, I mean, it is another Tier 6 American light. I prefer this one, like, so much more than the T-37. The T-37 just has the most trollish accuracy. It's kind of fat. Like, I don't know, man. I just don't like it. This thing works better for me. I just find the mobility to be a little lacking. But other than that, it's good. Steps, man, not good. So we get on steps, but this is going to be a pretty good game, guys. I won't spoil anything for you. I want you to watch the whole game in excitement, right? Looks like our 5916 was AFK. I just noticed that. I wonder if he's AFK the whole game. But what ends up happening here, guys, is we lose the east side of this map. I'll tell you that from the beginning. And you would think it would be the west side that we would lose, right? But we actually won the west towards the end of this game, maybe in the middle of the game if you want to call it that. We actually won the west and lost the east. And look at our deployment. So kind of interesting. But here I am. I'm out in the mid, guys, and this is what I like to do. I'm running binocs on this vehicle, by the way, and eventually I did put my, I think I did have bounty equipment on this vehicle. So I would show you guys, but I don't have as lanes, so I still have to get the new version. There wasn't a new version a couple days ago, so I wasn't able to download it. But we can. I'll show you guys in the end plates, obviously. So we can see it in the end plates. But T-37 is here. I'm kind of just trying to contest this guy. That's really all I'm doing here. And I'm trying to see if I can spot anything, but really at this point, there's a Hellcat, an M4A1, and an M6 that are unlit, and if I haven't spotted them with binocs, like sitting over here at this point, I don't think I'm going to light them. So once the T-37 kind of gets a little aggressive out here, I'm just going to start running away, because I don't like getting caught out in the mid here. The problem with this whole area, like the whole entire middle area, but specifically these bush lines and stuff, is I feel like people just have all these angles on you when you get spotted, and this rock just isn't quite big enough to protect you from every single angle that the enemy can have. So Crusader also runs out here. It was very likely like the Jackson or somebody that spotted him, because I do not think I spotted this guy at this angle, like he was behind the rock and all. So I'm going to try and take a couple blind shots at him, and then the T-37 appears again as well. And this is why I'm uncomfortable being out here, man. I just don't like it. I feel like this T-37 is going to be kind of unpredictable. I'm not sure what he's going to do. If he YOLOs in, I don't want to lose HP, and I kind of want to always conserve as much HP as I can, right? We're already kind of losing the game by HP and by tanks, so any HP I can conserve, that'll help the team out. And yeah, it always pays off at the end of the game, guys. So we're kind of watching what's happening in the east, we're watching what's happening in the west, and we're just contesting the lights, man. That's it. Like, this is steps, guys. That's why I always say, like, I just don't like maps where you almost have to be reactive instead of proactive. That's really the best term I can use to describe why I dislike maps like steps, is because you can't be proactive, you have to be reactive. You have to wait for things to happen on the map and then react to them, because there's nothing else for you to do as a light tank in most situations, right? Like, I can go help the 5916 and try and brawl it out in this eastern portion of the map, but I just feel like that's not my fight. Same thing in the west. Like, I have no armor. I just don't feel like it's my fight. You might be able to poke with using hard cover, right? Like, if I grabbed a rock back here, I could poke out and keep shooting people and then pull back when people aren't looking. That's how you brawl in light tanks, man. You just have to poke out when people are on reloads or whatever, but I just didn't feel like it would be worth it, man. We're contesting the lights in the mid. I feel like I'm kind of doing my job, so I'm just going to keep doing that. And it actually pays off that we stay out here, because the Type 58 comes over this way, and we're able to clean up through Crusader there, I believe it was, or Crusader's over here. We were able to clean up wherever this guy was. I don't remember, guys. I'm so involved in this replay. And then the T-3485 goes down as well to the Jackson, I believe it was. And now what we can do is defend the base. right? And defending the base, this is why I'm also not super concerned about the east, because defending the base, especially when the enemy team is pushing from the east into the south spawn specifically, you have a really big advantage, because from the south spawn, it's so much better than the north spawn, man. You have this pocket back here with this rock, this giant rock formation, and you can go here and just sit back here, man, and you have the easiest shots. It's the nicest angle, like, ever, man. I almost like losing the east side of this map just so I can run back to this corner. You can also go here, but I just find that this corner is even better. So we see the M6 here. We're going to get a shot into the M6. I'm actually lit here, but the T-34-85 just doesn't recognize it quick enough. So I'm able to get 2 shots on this guy. He can turn his turret very quickly. He sees that I'm here. I'm going to back up like this. He's trying to come after me, and then we get a lucky shot. The third shot went like into the top of his turret. Kind of lucky, but I'll take it. And we clean both of those guys up like that, right, man? So this is why I love this area of the map, guys. And now we're in a situation where it's basically a 3v4. Our Jackson ends up going down to, I think, the M4A1, who pushes in right here. Might have been the Nashorn, actually, that killed him. Someone kills him. I'm just going to assume it's the M4A1. He had the right angle. And based on the shots, it looked like it was the M4A1. And the Nash appears over in this corner. So at this point, the Type 58, I think, is a one-shot at this point, like 296 HP. He goes after the M4A1. The M4A1 decides not to reload. That would be my guess. So the Type 58 is actually able to clean up the M4A1, which is good because I kind of wanted to go help this guy. But at this point, I don't want to leave myself open to shots from the Nash and also the Cromwell that is now pushing in. So what I'm going to do is, once I see the Cromwell is just kind of hanging out here and not moving, I'm going to go after the Nash. I want to eliminate the Nashorn. I feel like that's the next best play. And my hope is that this guy doesn't poke while I'm on my way over to clean him up, right? And he doesn't. He actually doesn't poke. I'm able to come around the corner of this little hill here and hit him once, hit him twice, and we clean up the Nash, and then I'm just kind of wiggling away, wiggling myself and running away, trying to avoid shots from the Cromwell, perhaps. The T-78, I'm not sure where this guy is yet. I don't spot him, so it's not really my concern. I want to help the Type 58. The Type 58 is YOLOing down the mid, and I want to take care of the this guy first, the Cromwell. So we are able to, he's able to eliminate the Cromwell there, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, the T-78 appears. Right, guys? So now I'm going to go after this guy. He's able to get a shot into him. I'm just going to take the shot because I now have the HP to spare. That's why I always conserve my HP. And just like that, we won this game, man. It was close, and then all of a sudden it was over, and we won, right? T-78 appears. Type 58 does an excellent job. His positioning was just always good in this game. He had 4 kills, I had 4 kills, 1858 damage, guys, 390 assists, and this was a great game. This was visible, by the way. I think there might have been a blind shot. But this is a great game, right? So I had a game in the 59-16 and also I think a game in the VK-2801. Both of them I felt like I could have won, and I ended up throwing them, unfortunately. One was on Redshire, one was on Westfield. You guys will see those videos. I'm not sure when. I might post this one up before that, but you'll see those games, and I was really upset, man, that I had lost both of those. So it was good to win a close one, right, at Tier 6 this time around. And that's all, guys. I don't have much else to talk about because it's steps, man. Like, there's not a whole lot of strategy to steps. It's a corridor map. You have the east, you have the west, and you can play the mid up until something needs to be done and you need to use your gun, like I did here. And that's it, man. Like, you just have to kind of adjust to what's going on the map. There's no, like, bush that you can go to get thousands of spotting damage or anything. Like, you can try going here again. You can try going out here. But usually, most of the time, a lot of players don't even play this mid anymore because there's just nothing going on. Like, the tank destroyers would rather go to the east, usually, because there's just not enough stuff to hit. So you saw that their T-78 was up here, and other like mediums even were sitting up in this little B7 square, and then you have a lot of your guys that will go here. And yeah, that's just my take on this map. I feel like playing a light tank on this map is really boring, and you have to be very reactive instead of proactive. So there you go. I hope it helps you out anyway, guys. I know it's not a lot of good info for light tanks, but that's it. We did 2k damage here. Looks like we have 1 blind shot. I don't even know what it was on, guys, honestly. 4 kills, 390 assists, and mastery, and that's it, man. We were top by damage here, it looks like. Type 58 was second by damage. T78 was third by damage. But me and this guy, Hammer, whatever, were able to clean this team up, man. And T78 played well as well. And our team did fine, man. Our team did fine. It was a close game. I think I played it to about the best of my ability. Again, I think maybe we could have been slightly less passive. But you just never know what's going to happen until the end, guys. I always conserve my HP. And again, steps reactive instead of proactive map, so in my opinion. And yeah, their M4A1 gave it a good shot. Their T3485, I don't know, it's just a really close one, man. I like the close ones, so these teams were fairly balanced, and yeah, I think we did everything we needed to do. So here's the equipment that I have, by the way. Binox in the scouting slot, and then I run optics and bounty low noise exhaust. This is exactly how I was running the 5916 as well when I marked it. And yeah, right now we're averaging 999 damage over 71 battles with a 58% win rate on this vehicle. So I'm going to try my best, but I feel like if I remember correctly, the expected values for the T21 were actually fairly high, given, you know, its ability to have a good game and all. Like, the T37 was very, very easy for me to 3-mark, but I think the T21 even had higher expected values than, like, the 5916 did. So, we will see about that. And by the way, this is the numbers for when I 3-marked the 5916, because I didn't do the 3-mark game. I told you guys this, I think, in another video, but we ended up 3-marking the 5916, in case you were wondering, with 813 damage, a 63% win rate over 164 battles. So that's the stats on that one. And for the VK, again, I think I said that in the VK video, but we averaged a 66% win rate with 1,003 damage over 102 battles. So these were my 3-mark stats for both of these vehicles, guys. And we've definitely played, we 3-marked the 12T and the MT25, but I've played these vehicles since then. But just to give you guys some information in case you were curious, and this is how I have the crew set up currently on this vehicle. Just want to get concealment for this last guy here. I turned on this accelerate crew training thing, but we'll see how long that takes. But yeah, look at the dispersion over here and the aiming time. Like, compare this to the T37, man, and you'll see the dispersion is a lot higher. So I think the DPM might be a little bit better on the T37, and maybe the view range slightly, and the mobility, but I prefer the T21 over it, man. And if I recall, I believe Steel Guts said the same thing. He preferred the T21 over the T37. Gun depression ain't too bad, though. But we'll see, guys. I'm going to keep playing it. I don't have a tremendous amount of battles in this vehicle yet, so I will probably bring you guys a few more in this one. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I will catch you for the next one. Take care. Bye-bye now.